defending track champion, looking for his third consecutive Memorial Cup. And in the history of this event, dating all the way back to the late 80s, nobody has won 3 in a row. Him and Billy King are the only two to win it 2 times in a row. Could he do it? Quite possibly, coming from the 9th starting spot, or 7th starting spot rather. Looking to go green, 50 laps the issue.
Green is out and we're underway. Perry Francis takes the early lead as we head down the back chute. A little roughness in the corners, but they're going through it well. Tarbell holds second. Timmy O'Brien is third. Perry Francis looking very strong in the lead this early. Tarbell, O'Brien, Lazor in that order. John Lazor looking to challenge. Moves up on Timmy. And right up to the outside. Makes a strong move. The 74 of Billings works the inside and puts himself well into contention here. Perry Francis has got it on a go. Lazor has moved to second. Tarbell third. Billings fourth. Then it's Stone. Perry Francis moving up to lap the back markers. Terrence has put himself into the top 10. One car retiring already here. Perry Francis continues to lead. John Lazor, Matt Billings, Tarbell and Stone. Then it's O'Brien, Terrence in that order. Francis completing lap number 7. Lazor looks like he's wheeling him in somewhat. Billings got his hands full with Tarbell. They're looking to run a higher line to keep it under control. But John Lazor went to the bottom and really picked up a couple of car lengths. They'll work into the traffic now. Francis and Lazor in the lead. Then Billings to the inside of Tarbell. Todd Stone rounds out the top 5. 6th is O'Brien. 7th is Terrence. Raby has come from the rear. Put himself well into the top 10. Todd Raby in the 01 is flying. Now, Perry Francis and John Lazor will contend with the traffic. Francis down to the inside. Gets his way through safely. Tarbell and Stone fighting it out for 4th and 5th. O'Brien 6th, Terrence 7th. Raby has gone from the rear and is now in 8th place.
And I'll tell you what, Brian, Perry Francis is waiting for nobody out there. He is lapping cars at will, but John Lazor, some 7 car lengths back, would love nothing better than to go on up there and catch Perry for the lead. Back there in the 3rd spot is the 74 of Matt Billings, some straight away behind the leaders as Tarbell working from 4th. Up there in the number 5 spot is now Chris Raby. And I'll tell you what, those Matt Billings with a problem in turn number 2. Front end is gone on the 74. Turn 66, then it's the 96 of Todd Stewart. And Casey Swamp unofficially rounding out your top 10. Green flag is back out. We're underway. And into 1 and 2, Perry Francis working that bottom groove to his advantage. Goes to the lead, but John Lazor with a strong drive off the top side of the speedway. Francis a little out of shape on the bottom. Here comes Lazor to the lead in turn 4. He'll get him at the stripe. Lap 15 up on the scoreboard. John Lazor, your new leader, as they work down the back straightaway. Now Francis fights back on the bottom. No such luck. Here comes Rabi with a bid for third. Rabi starting 17th on the grid is charged up to the top 3 around Todd Stone. Clayton Benedict completes the top 5. And once again, Perry and Casey Swamp hard into the fence in turn number 4. And that will bring out yet another from the top side. John Lazor down low, and Lazor does get that lead. Look at Rabi go on the bottom. He tried to pull alongside of Francis, but Perry with a strong drive off the top side goes to the lead. Gets Lazor in turn 2. Lazor will try to fight back in turn 3. Look at Rabi on the top side. Todd Stone down low. But right now, Perry Francis does get the number 1 position as they work through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Lazor down on the bottom. Here comes Rabi after him in turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Right now, running in the number 4 spot is Todd Stone. Tarbell completes the top 5. Kerry Terrance coming through the field. He's up to 6th now. Timmy O'Brien battling with him in 7th. Todd Stewart is 8th. 9th is Tommy Jock Jr. And Jeff Sykes completes the top 10. Lap 18 up on the scoreboard. And right now, Perry Francis does have the number 1 position all to himself. Working that outside groove. And right now, that top side is very, very strong right now. And Lazor trying to fight back from the bottom. Here comes Rabi after him down the back stretch. A strong drive by Rabi off of turn 2 that time. Couldn't quite get the run through 3 and 4, though, as Todd Stone down through the middle. 20 laps up on the scoreboard. Brian, take it away.
It is tough to hang on to the lead, and just now Lazor had his nose there for a second, but Francis took it back away. And Rabi closed in on Lazor at the same time. Todd Stone has come up and put himself well into contention. The top 5 is rounded out by Roy Tarbell. Now they work with a lap car as well. Brings another complication to the matter. Rabi splits between the lap car and Stone. Stone is right up there now. Perry Francis continues on. Into the pits goes Clayton Benedict. Perry Francis leads it. Lazor, Rabi, Stone, as they're running away and hiding from the rest of the crowd. And now we've got Todd Stewart up in the wall. Just about to... Rabi gives him a friendly little push off the start, reminding him he was right there. Rabi's going to follow him at the top, looking to make his move now. Timmy O'Brien got out of shape but gathered it back up. John Lazor comes back into second. Kerry Terrance has moved up into 4th place now, ahead of Todd Stone. Roy Tarbell is 6th. Halfway point coming up. 25 complete, 25 to go. Francis, Lazor, and Rabi continue this pace. Lazor very strong, looking for an opportunity to take over the lead. Francis seems to be opening up a bit more space, and definitely Lazor has opened up some space between him and Rabi. Lazor challenges. Coming off of turn number 4, Perry Francis with a good run through 1 and 2 takes that lead back to where he had it. Will complete 28 this time. Kerry Terrance holds down 4th. 5th is Stone. 6th is Tarbell. 7th is Tommy Jock. 8th, Sykes. 9th is Timmy O'Brien. 28 it is. 29 comes into the books. The leaders remain the same, but now Rabi is closing in again. Will come down to complete 30 laps and picking up the action of Tim Baltz.
Thank you very much, Brian. Francis does have the lead. Lazor with a bid for the top spot down low. Couldn't quite make it work, though, as a lap machine of Ryan Helm right in the mix of the leaders here. Rabi gets on by down the back straightaway. Terrance is fourth, followed by Todd Stone in the number 5 spot. As they work down the front straightaway, Delbert LeGros, the next driver to go a lap down to the leaders. Lazor will now move upstairs to the top side, but he's got the lap machine of LeGros right there in front of him. He moves to the high side. Lazor down on the bottom, and John Lazor will move by. Now Rabi will try to close in and get by. He two-wheels it in turns 3 and 4. As they come off of turn 4, 32 laps up on the scoreboard. 18 remain. Perry Francis has not won in a long time, and what a big one this would be if he could get it here tonight as he works in turns 3 and 4 with the lead and about a 5-car length advantage on John Lazor as they head down the front straightaway. As Lazor in second, Rabi in third, followed by Terrance. The 1X of Stone completes the top 5. Roy Tarbell is 6th. Tommy Jock is 7th. 8th is Timmy O'Brien. Roy Delormier and Jeff Sykes complete the top 10. As they work in lap 33, it's still Francis, but right now John Lazor has closed the gap considerably in turns 1 and 2. He tries to cut the corner off that time. He went from the outside down to the inside and made that gap just a little bit shorter as they work in turns 3 and 4. Now Lazor tries the inside off of 4. Francis with a strong run off the top side in lap 35. 15 more remain, and can Perry Francis hanging there and take it home. He bobbles a little bit in turn 2. Here comes Lazor with a challenge down to the bottom. They're going to go 3 wide. A lap machine of Rick Miller into the mix, and Lazor back to the lead. Now Francis fighting back on the top side. Rabi into the 3rd spot. He'll join in on this battle as well. 36 up on the board. This one's not over yet. Lazor pushes high. Francis down low, and Perry Francis to the lead. In turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Rabi right there with him in 3rd. And another straightaway back is the 66 of Terrance, the 1X of Stone. Francis just about got a piece of the wall. That opens the door for Rabi to try to take second, and Rabi your new runner-up. As they work in turn 2, Francis back to the 2nd spot. Good battle for the top 3 spots here. And John Lazor is now occupying that number 1 spot all to himself. Francis off of turn 4, bobbles a little bit. Rabi and him go into turns 1 and 2 side by side. Rabi picks up the number 2 spot, trying to battle from 17th all the way to 2nd. And now Jeff Sykes, former winner of this Memorial Cup, goes a lap down in the 10th spot in the 4J. They come up to complete lap 39. 11 more remain. Rabi to the inside. Lazor bobbled, and it's Rabi, your new leader, off of turn 2 and down the back stretch. Rabi gets the top spot. Lazor's going to fight to the bottom. He's going to try the slide job off of turn 4. They both hit the same hole in turn 4, and Timmy O'Brien goes up in a puff of smoke at lap 40. Caution flag does fly here. And I think, Brian Mulligan, we needed this caution flag.
The back, just to let him know he's there. Green is out and we're underway. Lazor bobbled a little bit. Rabi got close, and here comes Francis up on the outside. Back to the war of the 3. Rabi bouncing around. Francis goes low. Francis back to 2nd. Rabi goes down underneath for 2nd. Lazor doesn't realize the war going on behind him. Perry Francis moves up on his team driver, Chris Rabi. Lazor, Rabi, Francis. As Rabi and Francis battling out, Lazor gets a little space. Francis got out of it. He had to avoid the end of the wall, I believe, and ended up down into the pitway. Perry Francis comes back out just ahead of the leader. He's on the lead lap, but at the back now. John Lazor is probably saying, where did he come from? John Lazor is still your leader. Perry Francis puts himself back on the lead lap. Chris Raby is now second, as we've got another car heading for the pits. The number 22, 22D. Would probably be Roy Delormier, corrected. Sykes is down a lap. Green will be coming out. Green it is. 4 laps remaining. Raby ain't giving up now. He's charging again. Dives to the bottom. They come together off the corner. Raby down at the bottom again. Comes up in front of Lazor. Lazor goes to the bottom and takes back the lead. It doesn't get any better than this. 2 laps remaining. They come together off the corner. Lazor catches the wall. Heads for the green and 3 laps to the win. Underway. Raby, Stone now. Francis has come back to third. Perry Francis is back into the top 3. There'll be 2 to go this time. Coming down for the white flag. 1 lap remaining. Raby, Stone, Francis. And pulling up on the outside, Roy Tarbell making a late charge and picking up 4th. Checkers are out. Raby, Stone, Francis, Tarbell,